elaborate on the 360. Now, I was on Vanessa's Only Club, and he asked me how I feel about 360s. And I was just like, you know, it's just income participation. I want to explain, right? Because the artists have a side and the labels have a side. The majority of the time, I think the consumers and the fans only want to look at the artist's point of view, right? And I get why they only want to look at the artist's point of view, because you see so many movies where, oh, the artist ended up broke, didn't have any money, you know, so they looking at it like the artist is getting raped. You get where I'm coming from? But the problem is this right here. If you look at these same movies, right? The artists are living in mansions, they driving Rolls Royces, they got 30, 50 women. So what it is it's really that not the artist is getting raped. It's just a mismanagement of funds. You understand what I'm saying? And see, people not paying attention to that. They looking at, oh, he's here, now he's here. So it gotta be the label, they're the bad guy. No, the label is business. So obviously they're reinvesting their money into things that's going to make them more money, such as assets instead of liabilities. So artists, they've never had like financial literacy, so they're not understanding that, hey, maybe I should invest some of this money that I'm getting. Like, you know, artists is getting $1 million advances, you know, $500,000 advances. I don't care if you're getting a $10,000, $20,000 advances. That's more than you had. That's why you took the deal. Y'all understand where I'm coming from? They didn't take the deal because it was a bad deal. They took the deal because it was a good deal. And it was a great deal at the time. Now, it's certain situations where I feel like the artist can be taken advantage of because of the lack of knowledge, right? Now, that's why I don't blame labels, I blame lawyers. Now, if you have representation, now if an artist signed a deal without a lawyer present or without the proper representation, then now the artist is being taken advantage of, because we know he don't understand what ancillary income is. We understand the artists don't know what perpetuity is. We already know artists don't understand publishing and publishing splits and points and puts and all these legal terminologies, because guess what? The artist didn't go to college like the lawyer went to college. They didn't get their bar degree. You feel where I'm coming from? So they don't understand all these legal terminologies that most people would know and they would learn if they're a lawyer or if they've been in the business for a long time. But if you have proper representation, the representation you have should be trying to break this down to you as clearly as possible. You know what I'm saying? So that you can understand what's going on in the business. But the problem is, it'd be a lot of lawyers that be playing both sides. But I can't get in all that because I can't speak for everybody's situation. Now, lawyers are in the business of making money just like the record labels are in the business of making money. I deal with lawyers on other situations as well. So, you know, I understand it's a game to keep you spending money with them. Some lawyers are good and great, and some they're not. It's every business is based on, you know, people do it for money and people do it for moral support, or they want to help, or they believe in something. It's a cause. So you got to understand the type of person you're dealing with and interview those person and make sure it's in your best benefit. Now I'm going to go back to the 360 situation, right? 360 is income participation. That means I'm eating off ancillary, which means income participation, right? So you got endorsements, you got features, you got merchandise, you got publishing, you also have music royalties, you know what I'm saying, where, you know, your streaming money, your distribution money. All these are different forms of participating, like touring. All of these are different income participations. Now, you got to look at it from an investor or a label's side too, right? If I'm investing, because it costs a lot of money to pop off any artist, actor, entertainer, whatever, anybody that's in the entertainment field, it takes a huge budget to invest into that person to make them a household name. We're talking about making you be known to millions to billions of people. This don't come cheap. It's not local. It's not regional. It's not just in your country. It's worldwide. Now, it depends on how big you want to go based on the budget, right? So if I'm doing something local, I could spend 10, 20,000, get a couple billboards here, there, you know, get some local DJs, promoters to promote you. That's a local budget. You spend 20, 25,000, but that's still an investment more than what you had. You understand what I'm saying? So 9 times out of 10, if you were no name, because artists aren't signing directly from the ground to a major. 9 times out of 10, they're gonna sign to a manager. They're gonna sign to a subsidiary label like an Authentic Empire or QC or TIG or somebody, in between, or Death Row or Cash Money or whatever, that has a partnership, or has a foundation of doing business, which took them years to establish and a lot of money to establish, right? So that subsidiary label has had to pay lawyers, they've had to pay promoters, they have to pay a staff, they have to pay radio people, they have to pay DJs, they have to pay all these different people to be able to become a brand big enough for the artist to even want to do a deal with, right? So me knowing my power and knowing my leverage, right? I know my power, I know my leverage. Why wouldn't I want to participate on our income, especially if you're not an artist that already has a big buzz or a following? Now we know, usually artists that has big buzzes and have big followings, guess what? They already have had a bag put behind them, right? Or they it's like the lottery. We catch a viral moment on TikTok or we catch a viral moment on Instagram because we just happen to do something so unique, you know what I'm saying, and so creative that the world catches on to it. This don't happen every day, but artists act like it happens every day. Oh, stay independent, invest in yourself. Oh, put the money into your own stuff. Bro, you don't need nobody. That is the most ignorant, dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. Because let me tell you, if they can do that, everybody would be doing it. It takes too much money. So why are we telling people to put money into themselves and they don't have it? They don't have the money, people. Stop telling them to put the money into themselves. They don't have it. If they did, you wouldn't have to tell them that. They would just do it. They're not walking around with $100,000 to put behind themselves and can afford to lose it. I done told y'all, man, what a loser is. A loser is somebody who can't afford to lose. And most of these people are not winning because they can't afford to take a loss. So if I know I can't afford to take a loss, why wouldn't I want to say, hey, you know what? Let me go over here and let me showcase my talent, and let me see if I can get somebody who believe in me enough to where maybe they invest a little bit with me and we could build something together. It's called a partnership, right? You gonna come with the talent, I'm gonna come with the money. We're gonna partner up together and we're gonna eat together. But you saying, no, I don't want to eat with you. I don't want to do a 360. You gonna spend your money. I have no buzz, I have no fame, no notoriety, but you only gonna eat off of this one little thing right here, which is record sales. But if I don't sell no records, but you blow me up from all the marketing and promotion, you don't get to eat from none of this other shit. Why would I do that? So why are we telling people to be afraid of a 360? Like, I don't get it. Because no, I'm not doing that dumb shit. Do I look like Boo Boo the Fool? Do I look like a sucker? I'm a businessman. If I know I'm finna spend 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 100, a couple $100,000, $1 million behind you, I want to secure that I'm going to get my money back, right? I want to make sure if you don't sell no records, but you do hella shows, you know what I'm saying? Hey, at least I'm going to get some money back on this time, even if it take me longer. Hey, you might sell hella merch. You feel me? You might be B2K. You're not going to sell no albums like that, but you're going to do a world tour. You feel me? And you're going to sell a lot of merchandise. You got a lot of young fans, but you ain't selling no albums. You know what I'm saying? So why would I want to just get money on records? Or why would I just want to get money on touring if I'm the one that's putting the bag up? It doesn't make sense, right? Now, I spoke on this before, right? I think the thing that most people are afraid of is the word perpetuity. Perpetuity means for life. So those are in contracts where they say, oh, they did a deal for life, death row for life. That's perpetuity. But I want y'all to understand this too as well, right? It's all based on leverage. You feel me? So think about it like this, right? When it's based on leverage, if I'm popping, I have leverage. My business is already making money, right? So if my business is already making money, obviously I don't need that big of a bag from you. I'm willing to put up some of my own funds because I'm already generating money. So you're coming into a situation that's already money is being made. So now I can dictate the terms of what our fee is going to be. So now instead of it being 50-50, Hey, maybe now it's, hey, look, I don't need you for everything. I only need you for this one piece. And I'm going to secure your money because I'm already making money. So it makes sense now to only eat off of my records or only eat off my merchandise or only eat off my shows. You feel me? Because think about it. Kanye makes billions in merch. Make more money from fashion than he do music. Ludacris make more money from acting than he do music. If I'm Def Jam and I made you a household name, you feel me? Why would I just want to eat off the music and you stop doing music? Because you're not a slave. I can't make you continue to do music. What if you get called out or you're gay? You know what I'm saying? Niggas, you lose your fan base. What if you say some crazy shit like the baby and lose a fan base? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you know, my man AD said snitching. Whatever, you feel me? Now I'm stuck, you know what I'm saying? And I'm only getting 1% of this. But let's talk perpetuity, right? I feel this way, and this is my personal feeling, right? I don't do lifelong deals. I do deals with a term because I'm all about helping the artist, helping the creative person. I want them to establish a brand for themselves, and I want to be able to make a profit, make some more money, because a lot of artists think you only supposed to make your money back. It's like, bro, I'm not just supposed to make my money back. I'm supposed to make a profit. But the problem is now you start looking at it like I'm eating off of you instead of eating with you. If we're going into business together, whether I have the leverage or you have the leverage, if I'm investing, right, I'm not investing to have, everybody wants to invest and speak ownership, right? So if we talking ownership, it's one right there and it's one right here. It's one right there and one right here. If we talking ownership, right, I want you to think about it like this. I'm investing my money. I want to invest my money for the life of the business, right? But we talking about human beings, right? So if we was talking about a product and I'm investing my money in let's say a studio or a restaurant or a lounge, right? I'm not investing my money and starting this lounge with you to eat for a year or until I make my money back. I want to eat off of this business for the life of the business. I don't want to eat for a certain percentage of time. So when a lot of labels talk perpetuity talk for life, yeah, if they feel like, hey, this song was not popping at all, and I invest into this record, I want to be co-owner. I want to own these masters along with you for the life of the record because I put my money into it. I put my time into it. I put my resources into it. I put my energy into it. And I'm going to tell y'all something about me, right? My time is more valuable than the money that I spent. I might spend $100,000, but my time and my energy to me is worth $1 million. So we started talking deals like, look, you got to factor in my time and how much money I could have made during that time. See, we not adding that up. See, a lot of people don't realize, like, damn, Boom been making between, I done had years, over the past 4 years where I done made $3 million, $4 million, right? And then I done had situations where I've made 18 million in a year, right? So if I take my time and I invest my time in you for however long a period of time, right? If I take it for however long a period of time, I want to add my time up in the measure of the amount of money, you feel me, that I would have made. But if I spent my energy on you and I ain't make no money, now we weighing who's more valuable. Hey, I could have made 2-3 million in that same amount of time that I spent on you making 2-3,000. So now I just wasted my time and my money, and it both adds up to money to me. You get where I'm coming from? So when we talking perpetuity, a lot of people want to do stuff for life. I feel like if y'all doing business together and y'all invest into a project together, y'all invest into a song together, there's nothing wrong with that to me. You know, that's just me. That's my opinion. Now, when we talking about the artist, I don't think nobody should own everything the artist does for the rest of their life. But it's some people who feel that way. Some people feel like, nigga, I made you. For real, I made you.
And if I put millions of dollars behind you, I'm going to eat until you die. It's some niggas that feel that way. And that's their right. Who are we to say, oh, you're wrong for thinking like that? That's a matter of opinion. And it's a matter of the position of the person. If you was homeless as fuck and you was living in your fucking car, right? And the nigga came to you and seen your talent and said, I'm gonna change your life for the rest of your life, and I just gonna eat with you for the rest of your life, you would take that deal. Some people wouldn't. But listen, we call it slave deal or selling a song. I don't know no slave deal where a nigga's a fucking millionaire riding in yachts and riding in luxury cars talking about a slave. Nigga, get the fuck out of here. Wake the fuck up. Y'all sound stupid as fuck. I hope y'all bleep all this shit. But I have to give it to them like that because the culture is thinking is so fucking retarded, it annoys my soul. It annoys me. So I'm doing these platforms and I'm doing this podcast to educate y'all raw and uncut. You could like me, you could not like me, you could think I'm cocky, you could think I'm arrogant. I don't give two shits. But I want y'all to wake the fuck up and get some fucking money. Look, as a culture, we're behind. Stop thinking ignorant. Stop counting other people's pockets. Because that's all that's going on. We counting somebody else's pocket and getting mad because we ain't getting what they getting. But we ain't did what they did. We ain't did half the shit they did, but think we deserve more than what they got. If you're an artist and you signed to a CEO, don't forget you signed to that nigga. That nigga didn't sign to you. He was already somebody before he met you. That's why you signed to him or signed to his company. You wasn't who you was. So don't think you made him. No, nigga, he made you. You got it backwards. He made you. Y'all ain't gonna like me for saying that, but he made you. You didn't make him. Nobody made me. If you signed to me, I made you. Now we helped each other along the process. It's a two-way street, but I was already credible enough for you to say, I'ma sign my rights and share my shit with you because I see the value in you, right? But also, you do have value because nobody wants to sign anybody that they don't feel like they could make a profit with. But let me tell you something, the players change. It's hella records out here. It's an opportunity for you to have somebody who's willing to invest in you because I need you to look at it like this. You don't know how that person got their money. You do not know how they got their money. A lot of these niggas in music and entertainment is coming from the streets. It's coming from the drugs. It's coming from gambling. It's coming from, even if I went to school for 4 years, 8 years, 6 years, I had to put that time in, be smart enough to make proper investments to have enough money to fund you. And now if we're black on top of that, bro, you should super respect that man or that woman. Respect them because we wasn't born with an inheritance. Majority of us are not. We're descendants of slaves. Y'all gotta pay attention, man. Y'all gotta wake the fuck up, man. Y'all gotta change the narrative. That ain't what this is, man. That ain't what this is. I got a lot of people who come at me like, oh, you're eating off the artist. What am I supposed to do? Not eat? I'm supposed to starve why I just benefit you? Y'all sound fucking retarded. I create businesses and platforms for profit. I am not doing a nonprofit organization. This is not a charity. It is not. I'm in business for profit. If you see me and you like, damn, I don't want to see that nigga eat, don't spend money with me. You're hurting yourself, not me. You're hurting yourself, not me. You're being a hater, you're miserable, you're trying to pull me down with you. I get it. But let me put my energy on you and pull you up with me. Because we're trying to do better. We want to do better as a culture, as a society. You know what I'm saying? It's too much killing going on. It's too much hating going on. It's too much negative energy going on. A lot of the topics that we see is all about negativity. We're barely seeing anything that uplifts and empowers the culture and what we're trying to do as a whole. That's why on my platforms, I try to give people their flowers because I understand the work ethic that they're trying to put in to even get to that point. I respect the artist. You know why? Because I used to be an artist. And when I was an artist, it was a struggle for me. I made money as an artist. I made more money helping people. So I realized that's my gift and that's my calling. But I understand the work ethic that it takes to get to the top levels of being an artist. The real artists are hustlers and business people. They're not just working off of one side of the brain, which is, I think, the right side of the brain that's creative. They're operating on both sides, right? That's why, the artists are so emotional. They're so emotional. And I get it. That's why artists feel taken advantage of, because they don't have a lot of business sense. That's why artists are always looking for a manager. It's like, bro, you're looking for a manager, but you don't have nothing to manage. But what it is they don't understand the business side. So they're looking for somebody to help structure them to say, hey, listen, I don't fully understand the process on how this is supposed to go. Even though I'm not prepared for a manager, I don't understand the process. So that's what consulting is for. That's why when people have a problem, why would I pay you to listen to my music and tell me what to do? Because we've done it. We've lost the money. We've made the money. We understand that's what mentors do. They teach you how to invest your money to save you money and help you make more money. So, hey, man, I feel like I gave a long enough soliloquy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I should go live with somebody or if I should end it right here. You know what I'm saying? What y'all thinking? Huh? Nah, I'm gonna say this one. I'm gonna say this one because I don't know if I'm gonna be going live with people on here. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate everybody who tapped in with me. You know what I'm saying? Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing Free Game Podcast. This is the Free Game Podcast. I will be having guests, giving more information, more game on everything y'all need to know, raw and uncut. I'm not holding shit back. It's going to be always authentic. It's always authentic enough. It's the big AE, not the little one. Boomman, I'm still booming. It's authentic enough. It's the big AE. The link is in my bio. Click. Come rock out with me this weekend, man, if you rocking with me. And it's up, man. I get it.